In the world, the bronze to Nancy Norde, acting chairwoman of the Consumer Product Safety Commission, urging Congress to vote against legislation that would alter her department because in the wake of the poisonous Chinese toy scandal and other product safety disasters, this bill would do terrible things to the CPSC, like doubling its budget, increasing its staff, facilitating public reporting of faulty products, protecting industry whistleblowers, and prosecuting corporate executives when justified. The chairwoman opposes all this. For why, you ask? This biographical note. Ms. Norde comes to the Bush administration from Eastman Kodak, where she was a corporate lawyer in charge of corporate CYA. The silver to the elder statesman of the far-right lunatic fringe, Giuliani advisor Norman Panoritz, explaining that anybody who expresses the opinion that we should not bomb Iran is, quote, guilty of an irresponsible complacency that I think is comparable to the denial in the early 30s of the intentions of Hitler. First, enough with the Hitler. Second, Rumsfeld already used this one last year about Iraq. If you can't come up with something convincing or true, at least come up with something new. Third, it was Mr. Panoritz who blasted Ronald Reagan for talking to Mikhail Gorbachev in the 80s because, of course, that was irresponsible complacency and appeasement. But our winner, Billo, who has gradually moved from ambushing people who won't appear on his heavily edited show to stalking them and now to terrorizing them. He sent one of his minions to interview Rosie O'Donnell as she autographed books at a bookstore. For the most part, she slam-dunked the poor kid. He says, "This is for Bill O'Reilly." And she looks up into the camera and says, "Oh my God, is that what you do? You go around to book signings?" But inside Billo's unintentional hilarity, there's always a little fascism, a little 1984. He actually said on the air he wanted Ms. O'Donnell to appear with him because, quote, "We wanted to tell the woman that this kind of propaganda is hurtful to those who have lost loved ones on 9/11. This from the man, and I use that term loosely, who interviewed Jeremy Glick, who lost his father on 9/11 and who told Mr. Glick to shut up, who ordered Glick's microphone cut, who later said of Mr. Glick, "If I could have whacked him, I would have," and who lost such control of himself that his own producers were terrified the police might have to be called to arrest Mr. O'Reilly. And oh, by the way, instead of thinking, I don't want to promote Jeremy Glick's viewpoint, and I don't want to do anything hurtful to those who have lost loved ones on 9/11, he put that interview on television anyway. Bill O'Reilly, the nation's leading distributor of hypocrisy, today's worst person in the world.